Tony Blackburn's regular Soul on Sunday slot is hugely popular with BBC radio fans, but many were bemused to find it was seemingly never broadcast. Radio DJ Tony Blackburn took to Twitter to explain that he was looking into why his BBC radio show failed to air as expected on Sunday. The 80-year-old apologised to more than 116,000 followers for the apparent error, before vowing to find out what had happened. "So sorry to anyone hoping to hear my soul on Sunday at BBC Radio London. I recorded it as always, but for some reason it didn't go out," the bemused star explained. "I have no idea what went wrong, but I will find out." He was inundated with support from fans, including a fellow DJ who invited him over to a rival station. Blaming the tech, Nikki Horn exclaimed, "Sorry your show didn't go out. Come over at Boom Radio UK. Our tech is so much better. And we are much nicer people who understand radio." NX. Meanwhile, Penwith92 commented, "Thanks Tony. Glad it was nothing more than a technical glitch." Another fan reminisced about the past, exclaiming, "Tony, yours was the best show during the 1980s when you were on Radio London. Fantastic soul and classic grooves. It was brilliant stuff." The news about his latest show never airing follows on from a hiccup he faced back in the spring when health issues forced the much-loved face to pull out of both his Radio 2 show and Sounds of the 60s tour at the last minute. He later told BBC Scotland, "I was doing 3 shows a week at one time, forgetting that I am now a little bit older, so I ended up in hospital for 2 months with sepsis and pneumonia and blood poisoning. I didn't realize how unwell I was until one day in the hospital my whole family were gathered around the bed. And I thought, this isn't good." Sepsis, often called blood poisoning, is a sometimes fatal condition which begins when an infection causes the immune system to overreact and start to attack its own tissues and organs. It is considered a medical emergency, as without swift intervention, it can lead to organ failure and, in the case of septic shock, death in around half of cases. Fortunately, the radio star has now been given a clean bill of health, with a specialist telling him over the summer that he was cured. In his absence, he won a gong at the Audio and Radio Industry Awards and has since posted a proud social media photo of himself holding it. Tony then scaled back his show, committing to just 1 per week instead of the previous 3, triumphantly declaring that he is back on form and selling out. Once the technical issue is resolved, he is expected to be back on the airwaves again.